Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, I'll start us off. Hello, everybody, and welcome to. Oh, hold on, no. Hello, everybody, and welcome to what is this now? Race
11.
11 for the VNS season here at Atlanta. We had a very interesting race ahead of us tonight. For those of you that are new here, VNS is a subsidiary series to the OMA League, which has VRC and VNS. But right now we are in the middle of a tight points battle heading into the playoffs, and we have a lot of leeches running tonight. You want to go a little bit more in depth with that, Lyle? Also, I'm Lyle
yeah.
Chat and Evil Within. Just wanted to add that.
Yeah, hello everyone. So tonight we're racing obviously in VNS Xfinity cars at Atlanta. So it's the second to last race of the season, or not the regular season. My bad. Next week is Kentucky. So I think they have a rule where VRC regulars cannot race in the regular season finale, but so they decide to use all their leeches tonight, and they have one leech per season, and so everyone decides to race tonight. So we have, for leeches, we have Casey Masser. He is starting on pole. Go down the list here. We do have Joshua Frank racing. He's not a leech, but he is someone to look out for, especially for a guy racing at his home track. Certainly one to look out for tonight. Hector Garcia making another start this season, first since Charlotte. He's not a VRC leech, but he is doing another race tonight. Then we got Brandon Schulenberger in the 22. He is a VRC leech. Riley Goff is racing. This is, I think, second start this season. Not a VRC leech either, but he is making another start tonight, so something to look out for. Now we got Eddie Clegg in 99 racing. If you know Eddie, he's been a part of this league for a long time. He owns it. Just want to do a little fun racing tonight. He's not a VRC main, but he is racing tonight for the funny. So yeah, and then finally rounding out in 24th is the 21 of Timothy J. Moore. So yeah, so we got a very competitive field tonight, and that's just the leeches. We have, you know, the best guys from this season. We have Parker Ness. We have Caleb Buckner. I mean, we have lots of. There's 24 people racing tonight, so it's very competitive. But yeah, that about does it for the whole roster part of this race. As we are going to roll in about a minute or so.
Or Sammy.
I'm here.
What happened?
No, it's just started. They said race control.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I'll go fuck myself then.
Alright.
Okay, good.
Oh,
So-
like I said, interesting that you said there's so many reaches, and we have one at the very start of the lineup and one at the very back of the lineup, and that's probably the two most dangerous reaches.
Yep. So yeah, so lots of people racing tonight. Very competitive field. As we roll into the lobby now, we're gonna look at the point situation, since this is 2 to go until the playoffs start. 2 weeks to go. So Parker Ness, Wesley Farrell, and Caleb Buckner are top 3. They're locked into the playoffs. They're gonna get some extra bonus points at the end of the regular season just because they're top 3. So they're locked in. So we don't need to worry about anything for them tonight. Then you have Sean Melly, Fabricio Lamana, Jaden Hafferty, who's left the league, Joniel Hanen, Brad Qualls, Victor Imbassiani, Tom Hawk, Kyler Scott, and Patrick Garrett. Patrick being in by 5 points over Brandon Stockless in the 20 car. If you didn't notice, top 12 make the playoffs. So, and David Hanks in 14th is not racing tonight, but we have Colin Teague, who is or our teammate, who is tied with him in points. So the main guys who are really trying to get into the playoffs tonight is the 20 of Stockless and the 8 of Teague.
I
Now,
think we have
I
a
wanna-
couple.
go ahead,
sorry.
Igor. Go
I
ahead.
guess I think we have a couple new people in here. I believe there's
We
the
do.
1 car of
Yep.
McFarland and 90 or 69 of Reagan.
Yes, so
Will Reagan's
McFarland
back
is new to
after a
this
while.
league. Yeah, Will Reagan, he did the Turkey Trot event, but
Are we
he
under
used to
green?
race in Extra. Or in the lobby, but they're not
No.
green yet.
Also, boys, before we get going here, I want you guys to make your pre-race predictions for who you think is winning this thing.
Alright, so,
I'm gonna do it quick.
Well, I'm gonna go with kind of a biased pick, but I'm gonna go with Parker Ness tonight. I've known him for a long time. He's really been good at this track. Atlanta is probably his best track across all races, all leagues, anything. So I'm going for him tonight, but yeah.
Yeah, solid pick. Evil, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Mr. Horrible Pelt himself, Timothy J. Moore.
All right, I'm gonna go
Alright.
with an underdog pick here. You guys may not like it,
For green flag.
I'm taking Colin Teague tonight. Teague had a strong
He's not
run.
running. Oh no, he is.
Yeah, he is. He is.
If you
It's
guys
originally
remember
like
back to last season, I know Lyle probably will, but Colin Teague came one corner away from winning this race a season ago. If he would have been able to hold off Chad Eastman on the older tires, he would have won this race. So I think Colin Teague knows how to get around here well, and I think he can get up to the front and possibly contend for this race win.
I do agree.
Yakovazzi pins him on the apron. And
Oh, and there.
16 is down the track. I take Garcia. Oh.
Bad
Up
wreck,
into Wesley
Arden.
Farrell. Not Wesley Farrell, my bad.
No,
Joshua
that's-
Franks up in the
That's
wall.
what Frank's, the diddler, as they call
It's gonna
him.
be interesting. This is the rule that I was right at the line. Oops,
Oh, and
down the
Hector's
apron.
spinning on the apron.
Hector's been a problem child in the Roman lap too.
I feel bad for him. He hasn't touched the game in a few weeks, but he wanted to do a start tonight. Already on to a rough start. But
How about our boy
as
Mark
we're
Silas running P3.
yeah, so, yes, there was some stories of the race. Mark Silas or MJ Cirillo, whichever you know him as, qualified P2 to Casey Masters. So obviously got a decently fast car tonight. And we got over here with the one Casey McFarland, I think that's the name. Qualified fourth, I believe, and is still sitting in fourth. So never heard of the person before, but you know, doing pretty good tonight.
Mhm.
As we're still green, kind of
It's
spreading out,
Kaysen.
getting single file.
Not
Oh,
Casey, Kaysen.
Okay.
Also,
Alright, Casey.
another story I want to keep an eye on tonight is Caleb Buckner. I know he drives for me and whatever, but I was talking to him before the race. He started 15, said he overstepped the boundaries in qualifying, but last season was one of Buckner's select starts in VNS, and he ran really well here. He said that he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's looking to work his way towards the front, so keep an eye on the 94 here tonight.
Caleb, a two-time winner this season.
There's some mess going on in this middle of the field. I'm watching a 22 to 38, 39 to 20. Oh, sorry, not gonna go around. Nope, he saved it.
Wow.
As Parker Ness makes a move to the bottom for first place.
As Hunter East just punted the
Gets him.
61. Hunter East just punted the 61 of Sean Millie out of the way, and that invites Schulenberger down the inside 3-wide move for about 10th back there as they work past Tom Hawk in the 10 car. This little 2-car tango. But up front, Parker Ness has since taken the lead from Casey Nasser. Casey's pretty solid around here. You know, we don't really talk about Casey a lot because he's in VRC, but Casey, he knows how to get around these 1.5 miles, but it might seem to be one of his struggle tracks. But again, he's Casey Master. He's one of the best drivers to ever touch the game, so maybe
Yep.
Casey can get around his struggles tonight and somehow win this race. Speaking of best to ever touch the game, where's Tim Moore at?
He's just creeping around mid-pack. Gonna find his way through at some point.
Timmy's just doing his own thing right now, it looks like.
Oh, as Casey Masser holding the bottom lane very well, burning those tires. Will he lead the lap? That's Parker. But great battle for first right now as Casey will take the lead entering turn 1. Doesn't even get close to hitting the apron.
Man, Casey McFarland might be a great pickup this offseason for any team looking to get a solid, consistent driver.
Well, I mean, the Giorgio himself signed him, so he knows what's up.
This is how I found Caleb Buckner, was through races like this where these guys get one-off opportunities like this and put on a show. Like, he's breathing down the points leader's neck for freaking third.
Oh, was it 18s on the wall a little bit there?
Victor and Bastiani back there just overstepped his boundaries in the corner, smacked the wall. Batted by Sanjay Cerullo along with Vinny Giacovazzi and Buckner. Buckner's been flying through the field, man. He started 15th, he's already up to 7th. Wow.
Yeah, this is one of Buckner's best tracks, too.
It is. It was this race last season, I believe, when I offered Caleb Buckner a ride over at All-American. I said, hey, man, I'm probably going to get a team next season. You're a hot prospect. You want to drive for me? Thankfully, he said yes. I had all my eggs in that basket. I had all my eggs in that basket, man.
Yep.
If I didn't get Buckner, I was screwed. But
this one car of Kaysen is really eating into those corners well, and
Jason McFarland's really good on
very well
corner
contending for the top 3.
He's so strong in corner entry, but then he loses it on corner exit. Like, watch him in the corner entry. He gets really strong into the corner, rolls right up to the rear bumper of Parker Ness, and then just loses it through the center off. That was a better corner, though. He backed up his entry.
Yep. As Caleb Buckner is kind of leading a pack over there with MJ Cerullo getting past.
Trying to get MJ Cerullo out of the way.
So now he's in the playoff, not playoff, halfway points. It's only 1 point for 5th, but it's always nice to be in the top 5 at halfway.
Always good.
I'm not sure what lap we're on right now, but
we are on lap 8 or 9, I believe.
No, it's more than that, I think.
Okay. Victor and Bastiani quickly has caught up to the top 3 here. Victor is pretty solid at this track.
This is where he made one of his few starts last season.
Quite consistent,
I believe.
Yeah.
Or did he run the? Oh, is he just?
Oh, he gets a one off the track though. Bit of a shallow entry.
I don't understand why you would do that. It's kind of a dense move on Victor's
Yeah,
part.
this early in the race, I wouldn't do that. Now the one is new to this league. I'm not sure if they would want to set him up the track, but I wouldn't do that. I would just be like, all right, that's fine. We'll let him go. Just play it out.
Just run your race. It's Casey Masser since retaking the lead.
And they're coming to lap 16 here.
And as for the Timmy Moore update, he's in about 15th position right now, making a move on the 93 car of, is that Riley Goff?
In the 93? Yeah.
Wonderful.
Anyway. One, I think I've got on the wall there.
A lot of these cars finding their boundaries really quick here. As I don't want to be that. Hold on, I will be right back.
Just want to point out here, Caleb Buckner is going very fast right now with this pack. Got Vincenzo Giacovazzi and I believe Tomahawk behind him, so got a lot of good guys in the little bit of a draft train pushing, not battling, just going straight for that lead. Caleb, I don't believe, can make up any much of a spot in the points right now, but certainly if he can, we'll do anything he can to get more playoff points entering the playoffs. As we see the 18 of Victor and Bastiani going too wide with Parker Ness here, gonna get a little bit tight on exit. Not gonna hit him, but they're still too wide here. gives Casey a little bit of a chance to make a good corner and pull away.
As I'm back.
Victor and Bastiani make it 2 wide to keep it there. Still on the bottom. Parker's holding that top lane.
I didn't know the GOAT was running tonight. Eddie Kalegi, reigning Eldora Dirt Derby LCQ winner, running towards the rear of the field. Looks like he might have gotten involved in an earlier incident, but Eddie's cooking in that 99 Flex Sealed machine. Look at him go.
What position is he in?
I think he's in about. He's behind the league, but he's probably in like 20th or so ballpark.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure Parker Ness was too appreciative of a team making an early move as the 1 goes under the 9. What a corner.
Now, if you look at the background of that ball, you see a mean, ugly barn slowly closing in on this league group as Caleb Buckner and Vincenzo Iacovazzi work their way forward. Also, I want to give a little bit of kudos to Sean Melling, the 61. Last time I saw him, he was putting on. Oh.
That was
almost
a bit awkward.
As Sean Melling, the 61, as I was saying before, last time I saw him, he was in the back with Buckner, and he got punted by Hunter East for a position. Sean rebounded, your Charlotte winner, by the way. He rebounded, and then now finds himself in the 8th position, and he's running down Tom Hawk in the 10 car.
They're going at it in the back of the field.
There's a hornet's nest back here. Good lord.
I'm not even watching that. I can't see
behind Tennessee Moore, there's just like a hornet's nest. Brent Stockwitz, and then everyone else is
It looks like Hunter East, or no, it's MJ Cerulo backing these guys up. That's who's backing them all up. It's usually when there's a big congealed mess like this, there's usually one guy backing it all up, and that guy is MJ Cerulo. See him holding up Schulenberger right here. How long does Schulenberger ride behind him before he gets aggressive?
So the 1's on the outside of the 18 now as Caleb Buckner has caught this pack due to all the, my apologies, the battling.
Oh man.
Oh, Mike Saris at the wall.
As well as Vincenzo Iacovazzi was caught to this pack. Colin Teague also just trailing a little bit behind this 6 or 7 car pack. He needs some good points tonight to make it his way into the playoffs. I know Patrick Garrett's in the 21. He's not here tonight, and Tim is in the 21. I don't know if that's for points. I don't think it is because he's a VRC regular.
Yeah, no. So, if you're a VRC regular, you can't earn points for VR or VNS guy. So that is for no points. That's just for Tim to have the shots and goggles.
Now, I will quote what Colin said. If he makes the playoffs, he will not race because he does not like the series. So,
he doesn't like VNS?
No, he does not. That's what he said. So yeah, just I thought it was funny to mention. The 54 is still holding on to that lead here.
As they're starting to battle, they're side by side for 3rd. Right behind.
I think they're stirring up.
Bassiani. As a botched corner, it looks like for Buckner, allows Tom Hawk and the 10 to close in. As it looks like Parker and S just slightly overdrove the corner, trying to get by the 1 of McFarland.
Not sure when we have to pit here. I think we can make it to half, but tires, I don't know.
Fuel, yeah, tires, that's debatable. Oh, actually, I have to say that Joni Hands on pit road.
Oh, that's something.
Going with the strategy call as Victor and Bastiani goes down the inside for the lead on Casey Master. Does he hit him? He runs him up the track a little bit. Casey's going to rally back on the outside lane, though. And they're side by side again for 3rd.
The 18 will lead that lap.
Yeah, Victor led it. Bassiani now to the lead here.
And Bassiani playing a little bit aggressive here, but He's making a good
I
run
think
for
that's
it.
the only way Victor knows how to play is aggressive.
Unfortunately, yes, but currently it is working, and I gotta hand him that. Finding a way to really make a move around here.
Now Parker Ness slots back a little bit behind one of his championship rivals as Tom Hawk tries to go 3 wide. That's not a very bright idea, and he thinks better of it. And now Casey Masser side by side with Buckner for P3. As now for the lead, here comes the one of McFarland down the inside. He's gonna think better of it, or not? Maybe so. I don't know what. It looks like he made 2 loops down the backstretch. I thought he was gonna send it into 3, and then he didn't.
It's pretty interesting to see Casey Masser getting passed by the VNS regulars.
I think Casey's just playing it safe right now. I don't think he's really pushing.
He probably is, yeah.
Brad calls on pit road.
Vortex Motorsports playing an interesting strategy.
Vortex Motorsports moving with a severe undercut strategy. But I like the game Masters playing here, because Masters one of the smartest drivers in the field when it comes to this. He's great at learning when to back his pace off and start saving his tires. That's why Casey Masser is the story driver that we know him as today. So I wouldn't be surprised if Casey is just saving his tires and looking to run a little bit longer as we have a battle for the lead.
One side by side with the 18. His first time in the lead in the VNS.
We got another one on pit road.
And Bastiani overdrove the corner.
The
GOAT,
Eddie
Pileggi, LCQ winner a week ago. In the pits.
Yeah, that
not a DNF. That's a scheduled pit stop, I think. So we're good.
The 18 made a very critical mistake there, and he will lose almost all the spots.
He smacked the apron.
Yep. Can't do that. You're dead.
As right now.
Oh, Colin Teague way up the track.
Colin Teague, I was just about to mention him kind of running down this lead group, and then he smacks the apron and ran the Larson line for 3 to work.
We're in a nice little 8-car train back here, but Colin Teague, I believe, from this angle, would have the draft. But the question is he saving tires? Does he have enough?
I think another thing you gotta think about too is saving tires. I won a championship here at this track by only having 3 laps for extra tires. That's how big tires are here. A difference of 3 laps was the difference between a championship.
I got with King on pit road as well. He coming off right now. Brandon Stock was on pit road.
I think the big thing about these top 4 or 5 guys, is that they all know how to save tire. Caleb Buckner was hyped up last year because he saved tires at this track and ran longer than everybody else. I don't know about the one of Casey McFarland, but I'm sure he could probably do it too. Casey Masser we know can. Parker Ness we know can. So a lot of these guys here are gonna be pinning people a lap down because they can save tires and basically overcut everybody. As actually, I think these guys might be going all the way.
I think they might be.
Out of 41. We're within 5 to go.
Mark Silas pitting.
How would it go for? How would it be for the one getting first start, first halfway win?
That's if Caleb Buckner plays nice.
I didn't even notice Caleb Buckner was in second. I don't know why I didn't. But I did.
Yeah, Buckner's 15th to second in 37 laps. Man's on a mission.
I will say, Colin Teague is in the draft still. He actually did lose a bit of time.
Asterisk.
He was up here
for 100% done saving now. You could see him starting to push the envelope a little bit here.
Yep.
He's got Ness breathing down his neck.
I will go on board with Casey. See how he might play this out. He is a pro leaguer after all.
As I'm trying to find where... Oh, there we go. Hold on. I was trying to find the leader so I could...
No more cautions before a tire out of luck.
Oh. These top 7 cars trying to go all the way to the end.
Oh, there's
someone's
someone.
slow.
Oh, it's MJ Cerullo.
MJ Cerullo.
That really compromised the 1 car's entry to 3 and 4. Buckner.
I cannot tell you what went wrong there.
He
Almost
just came off
tire.
a pit road and then
That's a Mark
didn't
Silas
go.
moment right there. If
Oh,
I've ever
the
seen
controller
one.
disconnected maybe. But 2 laps to go in the half here. The one just doing good right now, but Casey.
Holding serve at the front. Well, Casey, oh, he makes a mistake. Oh no, come on, man. Game lagged, and I thought he made a mistake.
Yeah.
No mistake made. Don't listen to me. I'm a little dumb. Last lap of the half. Now.
Oh yeah, 1 lap to go.
Now Buckner. Does he force the issue now?
It's down to this top 2.
I think he compromises exit 2 there a lot.
One posted up a little bit.
Big compromise out of turn 2. Here comes Buckner.
Oh, 94 is gonna get a run here. He's gonna block, but he's gonna have the run on the bottom.
Down the inside, here comes Buckner.
Parker's gonna send it a little bit there. Buckner
Oh, McFarland
with a great move.
Out of turn
They're gonna go
4.
side by side, but
Caleb
Buckner's gonna get
Wow.
10 points and 1 playoff point. And that right there is exactly what you need to do to get yourself set for the playoffs. That will bring Caleb Buckner up from 287 to 297 points. The Joshua Franks for Wesley sub did not get anything, so gains on that. And that's Caleb Buckner's first bonus win ever, so he will now tie Parker Nest with a bonus points with 7. So puts him on an even playing field for the playoffs. Now he's in 3rd in points, so he won't have as much entering, but still a great performance from that move. Great job for Caleb Buckner tonight.
Great performance.
Let's see where Tim is. Looks like the 8 and the 5 have some beef. I saw him fall back a few laps ago once the 8 caught up to the 5, so understandably so the 5 of Vincenzo is frustrated with Conti. A little bit of squirrely entering pit road. These pit stops are going to be very huge tonight for the race because everyone's getting in their setups now. So this is where the real cars come to life.
I'm surprised. We haven't seen a lot of the big names tonight.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. As the 1 will be the 94 off of pit road. That's going to be pretty important for the restart. But yeah,
Listen,
like you
we found
said,
our pit at the back of a Dollar Tree, okay? Cut us some slack. Let me go to...
so I believe Schulenberger and Moore are on the same row in 9th. Well, no, wait.
Did Tim Moore get up inside the top 10?
They're both in the top 10 now, so yes.
Yes, Simmons and Ace.
Then behind him is Vincenzo Iacovazzi, so they made their way up to the front, slow and steady, but you know that's what wins the race sometimes.
I mean, they didn't need halfway points, so this is probably planned by them.
As we're coming to the green. Casey McFarland has the lead. Great restart there by the 1 car.
How will the 94 hold up on the outside lane though? Because this might decide if he's gonna be able to get back up there.
Oh, Brandon Stockwell's on the apron.
Oh.
Oh, there's one around 2, 3. That's not gonna be half the field though.
Riley Goff spins out on the apron as we're still green since that was not half the field. Oh, they're 4 wides. Casey I think put someone up the track. That's Will Reagan. They're still good. I think they're 4
Casey's
wide
getting
still.
aggressive back there. Master
I think he
said,
might have hit the apron.
Let me make this personal out here. Oh man, Billy King just absolutely punted Casey up the track. That's not going to be very well. That's not going to go very well for old Billy King. As don't look now, but a certain Anderson's Maple Syrup 21 car is working his way through the field.
Yep, 6th and 7th place, Timothy J. Moore, or Tim Moore, and Brandon Schulenberger. They're just sitting there, and I'm telling you right now, whatever they got in their car, whatever setups they made, they're going to let it come to life in this second stage. But one, I believe, has led the most laps this race. Not sure how many that it would be, but you know, he's for the first start. That's a very solid performance. This would be a win for OCM.
Oh my God. I'm lagging so bad. Tim Moore was sucker punching Schulenberger for a second there.
Oh, Parker, I think hit the apron there. Oh, he will lose 2 or 3 spots, maybe even 4.
Buckner slices down the
3
inside.
wide almost. Yeah, Parker's gonna drop a little bit here. Gonna have to regroup his thoughts.
I think Victor and Bastiani is not the guy you want leading this group. If I'm Caleb Buckner, I got to get by these 2 guys ahead of me as quickly as possible.
I agree. Tom Hawk and they're 3 wide. Parker up the track. Gets sent by 22.
Schulenberger to the apron. That's what I was looking at.
Now, reminder: Parker is your points leader. He is locked into the playoffs, but obviously he would like to win again. He's always very competitive. Wants to win his best track, especially. But right now, it doesn't seem too likely that he will do so. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So your top 5 right now is McFarlane and Bassiani, Hawk, Buckner, and Moore. And they got a decent gap on the 8 of Contig.
If I'm Tim Moore, I feel like I got to ride behind Caleb Buckner because I know Buckner's got a fast car. Unless Tim Moore wants to lead
I think
Buckner.
Moore might be faster.
I think Moore is fast. I think Tim Moore's probably got the fastest car right now. Hi, peeps. As right now, I think Buckner's willing to ride in line and wait for this group to catch up to the 1-car McFarlane before he works his way forward. But Tim Moore, I think he has other ideas. I think Tim Moore wants to get up there and start passing cars. Same with Colin Teague behind him.
Yeah, the 8 just caught up very quick to the 21.
He sent it in there. Now behind this group is Hunter East and then Casey Master, who's finally... Tom Hawk trying to block. Don't know why Tom Hawk
the 8
like that for Ford.
Oh god,
okay, guy.
I just remembered something.
What?
Okay, so earlier I was talking with Teague in a voice chat, and he said, well, you know how I said the thing about he doesn't really care about this series or you know the playoffs or whatever. He's still racing anyway. He brought up the idea of what if I just wrecked him?
That's not exactly a horrible idea.
I mean, he got nothing to lose, so if it's, I think he said if he's a lap car though, so I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. But I just want to bring that up because it did remind me.
Buckner's fighting a really tight condition with his car right now. He doesn't think he can get the exit off the corners that he wants.
Yes, but if he's a tight car now, then he might have a really good car later.
As the laps are winding down here.
Explains how that came to life in
Going very quick.
First stage. Ooh, 10's gonna try to make a move, but ain't gonna work. He's gonna get tight off the track, and Moore's gonna be able to pass potentially. Oh, the 10 is apron.
Here comes Buckner for the position.
The 21 might push the 94
Tom
for a
Hawk
run.
is chop blocking with this one.
Sends it into the corner.
Oh,
94's
Buckner
apron
smashed.
backs up to 21.
I feel like if I'm Caleb Buckner, when I get back to the 10 of Tom Hawk, I gotta move him. The laps are winding down. We're almost on 30 laps to go, and this 10 car is making me lose the leaders. I gotta go, so I think the 10 car's gotta go.
Yeah, the 10 car, Tom Hawk has an 18-point gap over the cut line on the playoffs. He should be good after if he stays where he is right now. But certainly if I was him, I would be trying to battle for a bit of a better cushion in case something more to happen next week. Nothing's really happened. It's been single file, obviously, as you can see there. So if you're able to find a good way to pass with your, whether it comes to car speed or just getting around at the right time, then there's a good chance you might be able to win this race. But for right now, it's just been this one car leading all the laps. I mean, my pulling East one might do first start, first OMA win, so we'll see.
Yep, here comes Tim Moore on Caleb Buckner now. Caleb Buckner waited too long to try to pass Tom Hawk, and now he's paying the price for it, because that's a long train of cars behind him.
Who is that behind? That's Hunter East. Hunter East, an
So-
OCM teammate. Gonna go
As he's going
3
to
wide,
punt
okay.
the 8 of Teague up the track. Not exactly an intelligent move, but
Yeah, watch Teague retaliate. That's gonna happen.
Teague's going to get him back, but does he punt Buckner now?
So Hunter East is 41 points below cut line.
Oh, Parker
He's
Ness. Parker Ness
Yeah.
got Colin Teague's back. He moved him up the track.
Yeah, you can hold on. Let me get up to them. You can definitely tell they're working together, but 92 of Hunter East is battling Teague in some way for the last few spots in the playoffs. Teague is 19 points back, Hunter is 41, so. And if Kyler Scott isn't racing tonight, as well as the 21 not getting points, then it might come down to those two.
It's been pretty tame this second half here.
It's been tame the whole race. I mean, we both had about 4 minutes in some group stages, and since then this.
I'm pretty thankful for all the talk of leeches got me kind of, I thought there were some controversy tonight, but I mean it's been pretty tame so far. Oh, is the 8?
Oh, there's
Just
still time.
completely pummeled the 22's door, and honestly I can't blame him because I'd be pretty mad too. But
And
interesting
I think
news by
Tim-
Colin Teague.
I think Tim Moore just did Caleb Buckner a solid. I think Tim intentionally backed up the corner to help Caleb get by the 10 of Tom Hawk. Some smart
Oh, the
driving
22,
there by
Nate's
Tim
still
Moore.
going in. Oh, the 92.
Hunter East around.
Are they wrecking back there?
They are indeed.
Oh, it was Hunter East. That's not good for his points. Yeah, lots of beef going on back there.
Tim Moore's working his way through this field now. Victor Bassiani's starting to slow down. Tim Moore does not have any time for that. He's got to go because here comes Buckner and Hawks. 62 out of 82. 21 laps to go. As Buckner gets a little tight out of turn 2.
It was kind of a hot take, but I feel like the 94 will pull off the win. The reason why is because I think he's running a really tight car right now, so he can have it come to life in the latter parts of
Second run.
each stage. Yeah.
I think you might be right, Lyle. I think that's exactly what Buckner set up the car to do. I think he was probably fighting it towards the end of the first half.
Unfortunately, though, he has one thing in his way right now, and that's Tim Moore, because when he was trying to get around the 10, he didn't do that, and so the 21 got by. As the 21 goes by the 18, Victor makes a mistake, Tim Moore up the second. So now OCM Racing 1-2.
And Bastiani trying to slot in line. He's not going to have that
A
room.
little bit of a lag
Buckner did
spike there
not
too.
give him the leeway.
But now the 94 is come up to third now. Still battling for the spot, but he should end up getting that.
Mm-hmm.
But can't battle for too long, or he will
I feel like
lose
if I'm
a lot of
Victor,
time.
I just back out of it at this point. There's no point in me battling for this position.
Yeah.
I'm losing ground by staying side by side with these guys.
Also,
Same with
just
Tom Hawk.
surprising how Casey Masters just chilling back there. Wonder
I'm
what
not sure
happened.
what Casey's strategy is right now, but he's back in this league group finally. So I think he's just been trying to claw his way forward. That's what most of this half has been for Casey Masters. It's going to let me claw my way forward and try to rebound. Because for whatever reason, something happened in the pits where he lost a lot of track position.
Then you have the second group back there, led by Vincenzo Iacovazzi, Brandon Schulenberger, the 69 Will Reagan, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
98 of Fabricio, the 38 of Joni Hannon. I think that's the 8 of Colin Teague as well, yeah.
Hunter Reed's very upset with Schulenberger and Teague for their little scuffle because they got him wrapped up in it. He said some choice words that I can't repeat here on the broadcast, but not very happy.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna end his playoff hopes. Since I mean, I don't know where he's gonna be in the points now for this race, but I'm guessing he's gonna get pretty minimal
Oh,
points.
they're battling back here for
Oh.
fifth. And Bastiani getting aggressive as Parker Ness showing up here. I believe that's Parker, right? I don't want to look like
Yeah,
an idiot.
in the
That might be
9.
Parker. I couldn't see who it was. I was just hoping it was Parker. I saw a white nose. I was like, Parker
The
Ness.
GOAT Edward Koegi coming off pit road right now.
Cody Kalegi coming out of the pits. LCQ winner a week ago. And he's gonna probably go a lap down. Who's that lap car up there? Is that Tom Hawk? No,
No.
that is that's Hector.
Yeah, Hector Garcia, haven't touched on him much, but hasn't touched a game in a few weeks either, but not having a great performance tonight. He will run Kentucky next week, one of his favorite tracks, where I think he got his first VNS win ever, so.
Victor Bassiani hunting down this 10 of Tom Hawk. He's gonna try and look down the inside here, down the front stretch. Trying to get him into turn one. He's gonna knock him up the track a little bit. He's gonna give him a nudge. That is not very smart if I'm Victor and Bassiani. I mean, I can understand why you want to leave this group, but at the same time, why would you want to? Because now that top three, they're not gonna pass each other for a minute here. So
Yeah,
if I'm Victor, I could kiss my chance at the win possibly goodbye.
yeah, probably that. And Parker and Casey, I know they don't want to see that. They want to work up together and get to the front. They kind of want to win. I mean, it's right in front of them. They can see the top three.
If Parker and Casey lead this group, I think they can get there. But right now, with the 18 leading this group, I don't think the 18 has the pace that the top three do, so I think he's going to lose ground.
Now, this is just my own opinion, but if you ask me, I mean, I think the 21 and the 1 aren't going to move a bit because they're teammates. This is the one car's first start. I mean, if I was Tim, I'd be a proud team owner.
Yeah, I don't see them moving.
Doing
the race at least.
Yeah, doing lots of XRE kind of stuff here, but I mean, hey, that's
Yeah, I mean,
we gone past that, I guess. So
speaking of that, I mean, you mentioned Casey McFarland in his first start. He has to hold off one of the best in Tim Moore and Caleb Buckner, who set the season basically on fire in his technically rookie season.
He's got a fire underneath him. If Casey McFarland wants to win this race, he's going to have to be two of the best. As Hector Garcia runs the top and tries to kill the entire top three.
I know he wasn't trying to do that. He's just trying to get out of the way.
But now they've got the GOAT himself, Ed Kolecki, coming up next. That's everywhere.
I'm not sure what lap it is currently.
Wave 72, unless that wasn't updated, I'm not sure.
So, some nice. I see what you meant from earlier. Some nice words from the 92 of Hunter East.
Yeah, so that all stemmed from the 8 and 22. I think the 8 got into the wall and hit the 22 down. I don't think the 22 liked it very much. He caught the 8 back, and the 92 had nowhere to go.
So, it is, I believe, 10 or 9 laps to go here. Laps are winding down very quick. I really hope Tim makes a move, like, not just for like the win, but just for some entertainment purposes. Just, you know, to the top, they don't sit there the whole time. But
he definitely will make a move. I don't know. It might be till the last lap, but
I mean, I would do it if it's my first only really start. Yeah, sure. But it's also the first race for someone in VNS, and it's also my driver. So, you know, I mean.
Lads, I just want to chime in. We are within 10 laps to go.
Yeah.
And these top 3 have made it a battle amongst themselves.
Oh, Tim's gonna get right up to the bumper of the 1. I thought I was gonna make a move there.
Right now.
Yeah, the 1. A bit of a Wesley-esque kind of race. Led almost all laps this race, just like Pocono.
But he didn't claim halfway, though.
He didn't claim halfway.
Wesley did.
But he's led a lot of the laps and been one of the probably the best car of this race. At least holding off Tim purposes. So we're coming up to Eddie Kalegi here, I believe.
No, that's Riley Goff.
That's Riley Goff. Yeah.
Now.
Oh.
And what does Goff do?
That was interesting. Doesn't really affect anything, but that was a bit.
I will start typing blue flags in race control right now. I want to see this thing.
Blue flag, blue flag.
And treat this like an F1 race.
Caleb Buckner certainly is not stopping at all. He wants to win this race. He just always trying. Oh, the 1 gets a little bit tight there.
Here comes
Tim's on the outside.
Down the inside comes the OCM Racing co-owner for the lead on his own car.
But here comes Caleb Buckner. What will he do?
Now.
5 laps to go. 4 to go.
4 to go now. Buckner is in the picture. Along with the OCM
one gets
boys.
set up the track a little bit.
Here comes the 94. Buckner up to P2.
Here he comes.
I'll join here. I'll join when we get 3 to go.
He crosses up to the outside. Tim Moore's got to compromise his entry. Buckner breathing down his neck, coming to 3 to go.
Man, if I'm Buckner here, honestly, I have to go for a bump and run.
Laps perfectly.
Okay. I'll join up there now. I don't have to watch them as much.
Man, it's getting tight here. Caleb right on the bumper
Buckner
of the 21.
Pushing him down the backstretch. Into turn 3, coming to 2
Oh,
to
they're gonna
go.
Will he do a crossover? No. He hits the apron.
Buckner.
Oh, he hit the apron, but he covered it. He covered him.
Tim's playing
2 laps to go.
Close to his chest. 2 to go.
The 1's still sitting there. Will he make a move?
The 1 car waiting for these 2 to get together. Buckner probably has the best car on track now that Tim Moore's losing it in the long run.
Getting a bit of a push here. Buckner has to try to make a move.
He's going to have to probably use the bumper.
I'd say so. It's going to be hard. Very, very hard to do.
Flag is out. 1 lap to go from Atlanta.
White flag.
McFarland looks to the outside. He hits the wall.
Oh, he's trying to get a big run entry-wise. He's going to get one, too.
Here comes Buckner. This is his last chance.
Oh, the 1's lagging.
I don't even know what's going on now. In the 3 and 4, though.
Full send here.
Buckner's going to get there.
Won't be enough.
He hit the apron. He's not going to get there. Oh, the 1 might get it for second, though.
Off turn 4.
Tim
Moore is your winner at Atlanta.
Buckner P2.
And OCM gets their first win, I believe, of the season. And VNS, that is. What a race. What a finish could have been.
Did we have any right picks up until this point?
Did we have any what?
I think I picked. I don't know who I picked to win Coda. Or
Oh,
not Coda, the other one.
last week, who was it? Who won? Oh yeah, Vincenzo. I chose Vincenzo to win Eldora.
Okay, so we have back-to-back correctly picks then.
Mm-hmm. Well executed race by Tim Moore. Feels bad for Caleb, but you know, Tim made a great run.
That was fantastic.
One of them classic Atlanta finishes.
Buckner, I think if the one car wasn't breathing down Buckner's neck.
We'll get interviews going a bit soon, but fastest lap goes to Brandon Schulenberger.
That's actually a surprise. I mean, he was up there, but
Yeah, he had some draft for a little bit, so that makes sense. But yeah, as I said, we'll get some interviews rolling soon.
I'm so happy with that finish, man. That's got me all happy inside, man. I'm so happy with that finish.
Yeah, it was a good finish.
What a race! All right, who else do we want to grab the comment from? We got to get the GOAT himself. We forgot to get a comment.
Yeah, gotta get them. Gotta get Eddie. Gotta get Tim. Gotta get Caleb. Gotta get Kaysen.
Yeah.
I believe that's all we really need.
Do we want to grab Casey? We'll
Sure.
Get Casey.
Yeah.
Come here, Casey. Come here.
I had some Caleb Buckner kind of throwbacks from the performance of the one car tonight, leading the most laps. Doing well at Atlanta. We'll go down your top 10 or the finishing results real quick. So we got Tim Moore, Caleb Buckner, Kaysen McFarlane, Victor Bassiani, Tom Hawk, Casey Masser, Parker Ness, Brandon Schulenberger, Colin Teague, Will Reagan, Fabrizio Lamana, Daniel Hannon, Brad Qualls, Vincenzo Iacovazzi, Joshua Franks, Gatlin, Downey, Brandon Stockless, Riley Goff, Sean Melly, Eddie Kalegi, and Billy King Jr., MJ Cerullo, Hector Garcia, Hunter East, and that's it. So as we're getting some of our guys in here to start interviews.
Well, that was a interesting finish to say the least. How many we got in here? We got us three. Where's all the fun people at? What's this? We got two fun people. We got the best two cars of the night, but like, where's everyone else at, man? You know what? I'll get Vinny in here. Come here, Vinny.
Hunter East's probation might evolve tonight.
yeah, there's some choice words we can't mention.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can't mention.
Do we have everyone? No, we only have
We have two.
Caleb.
I mean, one of us can start. We'll try to get more.
Uh,
Yeah. I
yeah,
guess
Sam.
I'll start off with the lowest finisher of this group, which is Caleb Buckner. Buckner, talk me through your night, man. You won halfway. You charged up from 15th. You said you had a good card tonight. You obviously did. Um, just came a little bit short with the bump and run on Tim Moore in the final corner. Talk me through your night and how close you were to getting the win.
Car was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I finally won a halfway in this league. Took me long enough, but dude, the racing was so fun tonight. I could actually drive how I want to tonight. No stupid moves, just calm racing, working with the people I know I can trust. The 1 and the 21 car, I appreciate how they raced me. It was such a fun time. Especially getting to be in the party with Tim. That was fun getting to learn from him. He showed me a little move that I'll get to use in the future. So yeah, but I coming down to those last few laps, I refused to move him. I couldn't. I didn't want to bump him. I didn't want to send him up the track. It's not how I race. I really wanted to win tonight after a 2-week break, get my third win on the season, but I don't race like that. I want to stand out in this league. I don't want to be the stereotypical move everyone. I want to show that I can race and race with respect. So, good night tonight.
Of course, strong run heading into the playoffs. Do you want to make a comment on your point situation at this time? Because you're up to third or second at this point. I don't know.
I think I could have made a run for the regular season championship had I not missed so many races. I think 3. Obviously, the first race I got max points, but Pocono didn't go so well for my sub. He got unlucky, and then I just missed a race straight up with no sub, so that hurt my points bad. I think we could have been in it, especially at Kentucky, for the regular season championship had it not been for me missing.
Of course. Well, strong run tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank for this strong podium finish tonight?
Of course, you, Sammy, for giving me the car tonight, and
Yes,
always
sir.
as thank you to Lyle for inviting me to this league. It's been so fun being able to run with everyone here.
You're welcome.
Uh, Tim in that one car, our battle was really fun. Glad we could have a nice, clean battle up front, and yeah, to the mods working hard to get this league going. It's been a great time. So yeah.
That's Caleb Buckner, your second place finisher.
I don't think we can find anyone else. I've been searching. But
Nobody wants an interview, man?
I
Wow.
mean, you can try. We can try to keep searching while I get the other one here.
I mean, does someone want to grab Timmy? Our race winner.
That's
One
every
of the
both.
only
I mean,
guys to actually win in his leech start and not get
me and Mark
beat.
both can, especially if no one else want to join. I guess I'll start because it only makes sense since I picked him to win. Ironically, he's the first one I think I've gotten right since I've started doing this. And his pedals actually worked the whole race. How'd it feel to go win in your 1 week start this season?
It felt great. I'm glad to tie Drew back on the all-time wins list for second. We're now tied at 34, and that puts us both 10 behind Tyler. To try to chase moving forward. At maybe the next season, there's no way, obviously mathematically, I can get to Tyler now. So it felt good. Atlanta was always a good track for me, and I really had no choice. This was the last week for me to leach, so otherwise maybe the answer would have been Darlington because the other races I would have done I couldn't have made. So we felt good. We started literally dead last, and worked our way through the field in the first half. We got up to eighth by the cautions break, and I was learning some stuff. We were on low draft tonight, so we had to be very careful with your moves. And honest to God, it reminded me a lot of stuff we did at Summer Showdown and the Pro League lobbies and stuff where you had to understand patience and understand racecraft. And we got there to the end. We got, I think it was fourth, I want to say, about 3, 4, 5 laps in. We had to get around Tom Hawk. He was a little bit, not to disrespect, but he was a little bit just off the pace compared to the front of the guys. And I felt a lot of people were having a little bit of frustration because he was just kind of parking the bus down there. But Buckner kind of got washed up wide. want to say somewhere around 20 to go after move, and I was forced to go under him because Geek was behind me, pushing me under. So we got there, and then overall we put ourselves in a position for the win after Victor washed up the racetrack, and we made the move with 5 to go, and it worked. But I just got to respect everything there. I mean, Buckner talked about he doesn't like moving people for the win, but when I talk about guys, here in OMA, guys that understand racecraft and understand it. And I'm not saying that because I was in a party with him, but like you having the conversation as the race goes on, he understands it and what it takes to not just be in the picture to win a race, but understands the big picture of what a championship driver looks like. And at the end of the day, you got to give him hats off. And to me, I wouldn't have been upset if he moved me up the racetrack a little bit. I've had it happen to me twice with Fluffy. I'm sure you're very familiar with that actually, Evil, because you in East Park Xfinity when that happened twice. But
Yeah.
overall, at the end of the day, I was glad to come down here, race with these guys, get to see a lot of talent for the future, and I was real proud of the result. To come home with the win, it was definitely not easy, and it, it's a lot of fun to also get to race caution free in VNS because I don't think that's happened at all this season.
Actually, yeah, it's one of probably not the first one, but it's been a good minute since we've had a race go cost-free without that stage break. I mean, it was very relatively clean. We saw a couple bumping here and there, but that's just probably hitting the apron. But is there anything, like if we had a lightweight caution, do you think you still had a short run car to win?
Yeah, so I guess to give a little bit of insight, what made the car very weird today for a lot of guys, especially on wheel, is that the setup started really loose and then would really tighten up on the long run. So a lot of guys on controller, like Casey, for example, who, by the way, the reason why he didn't come back through the field for you guys in the booth, when he got wrecked under caution by Tomahawk, it cut down his tire and he had to take 8 seconds of damage. So there was a lot of guys, needless to say, in the field that had tire issues that had to fall through the back and work. I think Vinny cut down a tire on the last lap to be exact as well. So tires for a lot of guys in control was definitely the issue. It was about managing backing up your corners, which is something I always emphasize. And the setup, like I said, started off really loose, but would drastically tighten up as the racing went on. So I felt like if we had a green, white checkered or late caution, I definitely felt like we still would have been in good position, but at the same time, I don't know because, like I said, Buckner was real good on. Actually, Caleb was really good on the long run in terms of tires. He had better tires than me as the race progressed on. But also, I would say as well, looking at it, I mean, I've never raced with a one car until tonight, but Kason McFarland, I think that's his name. At least that's from what I was told. He looked pretty good tonight, and he did a really good job, I'd say, up in front. I think he was definitely a big, sleeper up there because no one knew who he was. And I know that some people were frustrated with Hunter East. I don't know what really happened. I can tell you, though, that the sending mentality into the entry of a corner every time, I understand you're fast, but it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to understand what you're doing. And I that's the reason why I appreciate low draft races like this today, because the guys that understand what they're doing are there in the long haul, and you have to have racecraft if you're going to win races. That's why I enjoy a race like this here tonight.
Indeed, low draft makes it a very skill-based race. As you said, it's more of a who can control the car more, not just using draft to catch back up people in front of me. Lyle, do you want to add anything else real quick?
Nope. Well said by Tim. It was an absolutely great race tonight. I enjoyed y'all's battle. The one very impressive debut also.
The one finished third, right? I don't even know the one. If the one after I passed, I made the move. The one washed up, and I didn't even realize too, because like not that I haven't watched VNS all season, but I didn't even realize the one was my teammate. So there was that too. So,
makes more sense.
So that's the funnier part. I didn't realize the one was my teammate. Not that I would have sat behind, but like I had no clue. I had no clue who I mean, I knew I was racing Caleb, but I know Caleb's not on my team.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was like I didn't know who I was racing against, and at the end of the day, we had a clean race up in front. We pulled away from fourth while everyone got stacked up, and again, Racecraft won that race. If we didn't sit in line and we started racing, dick measuring to see who had the faster car, the pack would have caught back to us, and we didn't do that, and that's the reason why at the end of the day, it was a 3-car race for the win.
Yep.
And does anyone want to thank for the win tonight?
I want to thank you guys in the booth. First, from an admin standpoint, you guys have been here every week for the most part doing what you can. And while I have my run-ins with you in the track, I appreciate you, as an individual and what you've been able to do, from a broadcasting perspective, taking over race control duties as well when you've had to step up, when we're not here. And of course you Evil as well, for everything you're doing, and Sammy as well. I can't forget you. For you've been what? Is it? I don't think you've missed a single race this season in VNS, have you?
I missed
In terms of
Pocono.
broadcasting. Oh,
I missed Pocono,
Yeah.
but that's because I was at my friend's house. But other than that, I've been here every single race since like the beginning of last season.
right. And it's
I'm
like
the
you guys
voice
have
of
been here.
VNS.
You guys have been here consistent, and without you guys, you guys are the voice of OMA. No matter who listens at home, listen. I understand it's NASCAR heat, but you guys are doing a good job, and I'm thankful for what you guys are doing here. And I hope it, is a note for leagues moving forward. Because here in OMA again, it's not. We all disagree. We all argue. We all want this league to be the best possible. But at the end of the day, the one thing we do have special here is listen. As much as people bitch and complain, we're all still here at the end of the day racing, and that shows a lot. Because there's a lot of leagues that have come and gone and died, and this league's been here now since NASCAR. What is it? Heat 2, Heat 3, something like that.
Yep.
And we're 8-9 seasons in. That shows a lot about what this league's about. And at the end of the day, we're all family, and that's what makes it most important.
Yeah. Thank you for the nice words there, Tim. I appreciate it a lot.
We love you, Tim.
Fuck you! Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck up on stream.
All right. Well, that'll about do it for the interviews.
Oh, that was some. Just again, real quick, wanted to shout out KO McFarland's third place in his debut. Will Reagan 10th in his debut as well. So two top 10s for 2 debuts as well.
Yep. Point standings looking pretty good right now. So this is what I think they've just been updated. So, all right, this is what it's looking like. So obviously, Parker Ness, Caleb Buckner has now passed Wesley Farrell. So he will get more points for the playoffs right now. And you got Sean Melly, Fabrizio Lamana, Victor Imbastiani, Tom Hawk, Johnny Elhanan, and then obviously Jaden Halferty, who still, out of the league. Then you got Brad Qualls, Kyler Scott, and Colin Teague. Colin Teague being by 5 points over Patrick Garrett. So Teague's in, but obviously I don't think it sounds like he really cares about VNS. So I don't know how it's gonna end up, but anyways, that's what the point standings is looking like.
And we're heading to Kentucky next week, right?
Yeah, heading to Kentucky next week. Obviously, we'll be around 7:50 or so. We're starting at 8, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it'll be
it should be a
most
good
likely
race.
be a lot smaller field as well. Like there'll be no more reaches. Probably expecting maybe like
Yeah.
15, 16.
So yeah, about does it. Good race tonight. Had fun commentating with y'all.
Yeah, I had fun
But-
talking with you guys too.
But
Listen
yeah,
to commentating
so
with your friends.
we'll be here next week, obviously. But yeah, so I'm Landon Lyle. And
I'm
you
Sammy
two-
Morosco.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. All right. See y'all.